already know this is some bunk. This is some bull jive. He's not better than Cousins because Cousins is 21-3 and he beat you head to head. And that's what you told me. You said when they play head to head, that's the determining factor. That guy beat your guy head to head.
Because my coaches took the ball out of my guy's hands at the end of the game.
And I know another guy that beat your guy head to head. Aaron Rodgers. For all this about he playing terrible, did you know, Skip, he has 18 touchdowns with 2 picks? And they have a better record than your guy. Your guy is...
My guy's got 24 touchdowns.
No, your guy got 21 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. And again, hold on. And against the winning teams, the 4 winning teams, he has 5 touchdowns and 6 INTs. He's thrown an interception in 8 of the 11 games. Is that good? I didn't think so.
Is it my turn?
No, it's not your turn yet. When I look at first Cousins, even when Dalvin hasn't run the football well, he's been good. He's been very good.
What happened on opening day with the Vikings?
Skip.
Well, I'm just since you're there, go ahead and enlighten.
You asked me was it your turn. I said no, it's not your turn.
Well, enlighten our viewers. What happened on opening day?
Here's my thing. When it's your turn, you can enlighten the viewers. It's my turn, so I'm enlightening the viewers my way. Okay, again, he's been clean pushing the ball down the field. And despite Adam Thielen being nicked up in and out of the lineup, he's still 8-3. Did you know he went to Dallas and beat the Cowboys without Thielen, who's at number 1? I thought you knew that. And Skip, here's the thing. You keep talking about, well, Tom Brady's throwing to, what's his little name? Look, Bo Orshevsky. What's his name?
Gunner.
Gunner.
Get it right.
Gunner Orshevsky. He's an undrafted free agent, right?
He's from Minnesota.
And Jacoby Myers is an undrafted free agent, right? Valdez Scantling was drafted in the 5th round.
Well, that's pretty good.
Hold on. Kumaro, undrafted. Geronimo Allison, undrafted. Alan Lazard, undrafted. So the thing that you give
Devontae Adams.
No, 2nd round pick. The thing that you give
Jimmy Graham.
Hold on. Dorsett. Dorsett was what? A 1st round pick. So stop playing, Skip.
Yeah, but
hold on. N'Keal Harry.
Indy gave up on him.
N'Keal Harry is what?
He's a 1st round pick.
Okay, then.
He's played 1 game.
Hold on. Why are you hold on, time out. Wait a minute. Why are you talking? I didn't turn the floor.
He played 1 game.
I didn't turn the floor over to you. It's still my turn. I need 10 more seconds.
You're leaving these little windows that everyone wants
so
to
the
jump
very thing that you give Tom Brady credit for, oh, he's throwing to this guy, little Gunner Orshevsky. He's throwing to Jacoby Myers, who was a former quarterback. The very thing...
What about Matt Lacoste? You know Matt Lacoste? You know Ryan Izzo? You ever heard of him?
I know Isaiah Lacoste. I know Rene Lacoste. But anyway, that's not it. But first of all, Skip, the very thing that you give Tom Brady credit for, you try and punish Aaron Rodgers. He's throwing to the same guy that's undrafted free agent that was basically meant to be camp bodies, but they made it.
Unfortunately, he didn't throw to one undrafted free agent named Darius Shepard, who was all alone in the end zone against the Eagles, and Aaron just airballed it. He just didn't see him.
But to ask if did they get it right? No, I would have Dak behind first Cousins and Aaron Rodgers, considering they beat him head-to-head, and their numbers are better than his.
My turn. Thank you very much, because that went on forever.
Because you kept interrupting me.
Okay. This is easy for me. It's cut and it's dried. My quarterback has clearly had a better season than Drew Brees and a much better season than Aaron Rodgers. And I'm confined my dissertation here just to those two because those are the 2 biggest names.
I didn't mention Drew. Drew missed too much time.
Well, not only did he miss time, he is disqualified from this discussion because Teddy Bridgewater stepped in and went 5-0 for the Saints. Does that mean they're a pretty good football team, quarterback or not?
Yeah.
Yes. 5-0, and he won at Seattle, did Teddy Bridgewater. And he beat my Cowboys, and then he beat the Bucs, won at the Jags, and won at the Bears. That's pretty great. That kept them afloat. So you got to give him about half the credit for the Saints who are in position maybe to win home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, I didn't even put Drew Brees in this mention.
Okay, and Drew Brees did have the 1 game against Atlanta 3 games ago at home. He wasn't very good in that game. He had a QBR of 24, scale 0 to 100, and 3 times they went in the red zone, and 3 times they came away with field goals, and they lost 26-9 to Atlanta. Rematch tonight in Atlanta. We'll discuss later.
As well.
Okay, now back to Aaron Rodgers. My quarterback has had the best QBR in all of football for the whole year. Aaron Rodgers has struggled down in the middle of the pack the whole year. My quarterback had a 15 QBR, which is pretty disastrous, but it was at New England last week on a day in which it was driving rain the whole day with 30-mile-an-hour gusts and temperatures plunging to 35 degrees in the fourth quarter, and my quarterback still threw for 110 in the fourth quarter, including a big drop by Jason Witten and a ball that should have been caught by the guy ranked by Pro Football Focus going into the game as the best receiver in football.
Stop saying that.
So if you give him those two, man, he might have had 150 yards passing in the fourth quarter. Is that good?
150 yards with an L?
Wow, that's pretty. He might have had the dub.
No, we won't get no dub. Stop
it. It started to feel like dubs to me.
No, it didn't.
Okay, so the point is, these are what Dak is still doing. Regardless of what he did at New England or didn't do, he still leads the whole league in yards passing.
Mm-hmm.
He's number 2 in passes for first downs. That's pretty great, right? He's number 2 in pass plays of 20-plus yards, so your whole Dink and Dak myth has just been completely destroyed this year. And he's ranked number 2 in the whole league in catchable passes. Do I need to even start on Aaron Rodgers in all these categories? 17th, 11th, 12th, 17th.
What's his record?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
You do know his record.
Well,
it's better than the Cowboys.
I'm talking about quarterback performance this year.
Well, Skip,
because they are winning in spite of him.
Skip, your guy is 6-5. So how good has his performance been if they've lost 5 games?
When your defense lets you fall in holes of 31-3 and 21-3, it's hard to climb out of those holes, and he's almost done it twice.
But hold on. I noticed you didn't mention anything about Aaron Rodgers' defense on that Sunday night game when San Francisco blasted him. You didn't mention anything about the defense. You said Aaron Rodgers played bad. So now every time something goes wrong with the Cowboys, you excuse Dak Prescott's performance and place it on Jason Garrett's terrible.
Glad you brought up
Zeke Elliott can't run. The defense, yes.
Because Aaron Rodgers against the 49ers had a QBR of 9 on a scale of 0 to 100. He threw for a grand total of 104 yards. He got sacked 5 times. It was the second worst QBR of Week 12.
Yeah.
Which leads me back to the game a few weeks earlier at Chargers. He had a grand total QBR of 14, and it was the worst QBR of Week number 9 in the NFL. Those are 2 horrendous games. My quarterback has never even sniffed games like that in his whole career. Hasn't had anything like that.
Okay, but Skip, let me
those are 2 games, and Aaron Rodgers is officially disqualified off those 2 games.
Well, help me understand this. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, your quarterback is getting 85s, getting 90s, and they're catching L's. He comes, sees me at my restaurant, and I give him a nice bottle of, that new Hennessy. They sent me a bottle of Hennessy. Skip only made 100 bottles of them. Started bringing it out here today, but I'm saving it for Sunday when I celebrate LeBron getting this triple-double, and I win my bet. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Skip, your guy getting 80s and 90s.
The first bet you've ever won on this show. Maybe I'll say.
Don't worry about that. You ain't celebrating.
We should have a party.
We should call up the show and have a party.
No, we're not having anything.
Downtown. Let's start.
I'm not celebrating anything we do. But my thing is, what I'm having trouble understanding is that your guy can have an 80 or 90 QBR and lose, and you'll point to, but look at his QBR. I'm about wins and losses. So what good is that 15? Okay, if Aaron, because Tom Brady had a 26 in the Super Bowl and they won. And that's all you talk about.
To you about football. See, there are 22 people who.
Oh, now there's 22.
Yeah, 22, because once upon a time you played defense and offense, so you could say there were more 11 to 15 guys playing.
Okay.
But now it's 22 guys play.
When did they start playing? When did they start doing this?
And you know what? I do think they should have let Dak play defense, because I think he'd be really.
How about he play quarterback?
Play linebacker.
How about he play quarterback? He's just not starting to play that okay. So let's just focus on this, and then maybe down the road at a later date and time, we'll let him switch over and play safety. But right now, we want him to master the quarterback, because considering he's 6-5, that's what he is. And against winning teams, he has what? 5 touchdowns and 6 picks. Is that good, Skip?
My defense is ranked 15th in the NFL. 15th.
Skip.
It's hard to overcome that.
Skip, what I just want to know this. Help me understand this.
Okay, help me out. Okay. What do these numbers scream to you about Dak versus Aaron Rodgers? Aaron's your guy. He's transcendent. He is the greatest thrower of the football ever, and my guy has outplayed him in every way, shape, and form.
No, he has not.
Yes, he has.
Okay, what's his record and what's Aaron's record?
Okay, but it's a team game.
So now it became.
I'm talking about quarterback versus quarterback. It's not even close.
Skip,
it's a joke.
But
you've lost. It's over.
Here's the thing, Skip. This is what me and the fans that's watching at home have a hard time understanding.
How do you know? How do you speak for the fans?
Because they speak for me. They call me. We DM. We talk all the time.
That's what I thought.
I
don't do that.
Well, I do.
I think they're smarter than this.
I do this.
Yeah, I have more respect for them than you do.
No, you don't. No, you
their
don't.
Intellect.
You don't value them because you don't communicate with them. You don't follow anybody. You don't talk to anybody. So I have more respect for my fans, and that's why they love Unk. But anyway, as I was saying, yes. Why is it?
Two people love Unc.
No, a lot of people love Unc. That's neither here nor there. Can you let me finish my point? This is what I'm having a hard time understanding. And the people at home, they say, Shannon, can you ask Skip this? I said, sure, I'll ask him tomorrow. They ask me that. Why is it that when Dak or Tom Brady plays bad, it's a team game? But when they play good, you talk about, look at my quarterback. Look at the game-winning drive. Look at the QBR. It's only a team game when they lose.
Show me where Dak has played badly this year. Show me one. Show me one. Where you say that was awful.
Minnesota.
Oh, stop
New Orleans.
He was extraordinary against Minnesota.
Skip.
One of the best games he's ever played.
Skip.
What do you mean?
Let me ask you a question, Skip.
Okay, do you remember what happened? It was 2nd and 2 at the 11, and they went, hand it to Zeke, throw it to Zeke? What?
Let me, for the people at home, if let's just say you got $1 million in the bank, but every time you go to get it out, they say, no, you can't touch it. You can't have it. That's what Dak did, Skip. When I needed him to get the ball into the end zone, he can't do it.
No, the coach just took it out of his hands. Let him run a quarterback draw. Let him run a zone read keeper. Let him roll out and throw.
He had the perfect opportunity to run.